This year, my little Bulgarian homestead has become something rather buzzing. Not just a few, we're talking thousands. And I've decided to let them stay. Welcome back to the channel. Monk on the hill here, and if you think that's crazy, you're not alone. The question is, am I crazy? Or is there a method to that madness? Because as of now, I'm sharing my place with not less than 5 distinct wasp hotspots, housing literally thousands of these incredible insects. From the main roof to the chicken run and even my driveway, they've set up shop. Let's explore these neighborhoods, starting with the most active right now. It all began back in early spring. I was up on the roof trying to fix a leakage and had to realize, oh, wasp nest, that there are wasps everywhere building little nests. In the attic itself, there I saw an already quite big one. It already had the size of a grapefruit. I realized pretty quickly that it was already too big to just remove, and I couldn't reach it. And oh boy, that nest must have grown. Their main entrance is here. It's just under the roof and accessible over my balcony. There are hundreds, probably thousands, entering and exiting constantly. They are not bothering me out here, and frankly, I will not go back into the attic before winter. Not even for this video. So for now, they are neighbors. Next up, under the roof of the guest house, there's another major colony living. When it gets hot, you can actually hear them. A loud, unmistakable buzzing, pretty scary. That's them venting the nest, their own natural air conditioning system. To keep the larvae from overheating, it's surprisingly loud when thousands of them are doing it. Remodeling my scarecrow. My closest and probably stupidest encounter with them was this jacket here. I used it as a scarecrow, but that day I wanted to use it for something else. Yay. And since the jacket was hanging for so long, I was absolutely sure that thing was old and empty. So, like an idiot I am, I fumbled this jacket down, and only afterwards I realized, oops, it's not empty. Luckily there were only 2 wasps coming out of the nest, being pretty lazy at that time, and I just threw the jacket on the ground, and after a heavy rain, that thing was destroyed. Later on, I'm sure the chickens here in the chicken run did the rest to it. There's so many wasps around, they're literally everywhere. They don't only build nests on the roofs or wherever, they also have nests on the ground. Of course, they had to make one right under some stairs here. Here we have a wasp nest on the ground. They're constantly going in and out. It's pretty busy around here with them, but as long as I give them the space and just walk around it, there's no issue. Then there's this log. A suspicious buzzing comes from it. I actually haven't really investigated into that, but you see, the wasps are just spread all over my property, and I have no idea why this year it's to such an extreme. So why would anyone tolerate this many wasps? Why not just try to get rid of them? Firstly, it's a fascinating experiment about coexistence. They aren't bothering me directly, Because I'm following the rules. Secondly, they are an important part of this ecosystem. And thirdly, for some of the nests, it's just impossible or too dangerous to remove them. It requires a different mindset, an understanding of their behavior, and a commitment to patience. It's not for everyone, but for me it's a unique part of living on this Bulgarian homestead. So, how can you coexist with thousands of stinging insects? It boils down to a few simple rules. Firstly, what not to do. Absolutely no sudden movements. No sweating, no panic. Panic is your enemy. They'll see you as a threat and then they'll sting. Think slow and steady wins the race when there's a wasp around. Don't bring strong smells. Foods, perfumes, smoke. They are highly attracted to these or even scared of them, and you'll never know what will happen. Avoid strong vibrations, like pounding on a wall, using loud machinery, or even walking heavily next to a ground nest can make them attack. And never try to block the entrance to their nest. They will be persistent and wait or even fight their way back in. Now what to do? The golden rule is stay calm. If a wasp lands on you, gently brush it away or blow on it. Don't smack or you will be stung. Give them space. If you know where the nest is, simply walk around it. This is key for the ground nest, for example. And observe them from a distance. The more you watch, the more you'll understand their behavior and the less scary they become. By the way, at the end of this video I'll leave you a link to another video I made about how good fake wasp nests are working. Especially in hot weather, wasps really need the water and they depend on it for different reasons. They used to mix it with wood fibers to build their nest or to extend it. I'm really wondering how big that thing up there will be by the end of the year. They also use it for internal temperature regulations, and even some of it is mixed up with the food they bring home for the larvae. So wherever water is around, you'll see them drinking. But with a wasp nest around, you might often find wasps on the ground, because the usual wasp only has a lifespan of 2 to 3 weeks. So it's a continuous circle of new workers emerging throughout the warm months, but the older ones constantly are dying off. So when you see a wasp on the ground that's more or less sluggish, it probably reached the end of its lifespan. And you still don't want to step on one of those. Often they are on their backs and the stinger still pointing upwards. That's why I try to avoid going barefoot at the moment. But then I have the other creatures, and they are the natural cleanup crew. It's a vivid reminder that even in death, they contribute to the ecosystem. So this year's wasp homestead experiment has certainly been an eye-opener. It taught me patience, observation and a deeper respect for these creatures. And they constantly keep me alert and aware of every single move I do. And while they haven't bothered me so far, knowing the true scale of the situation, especially in hidden spots, is always a consideration. Which brings me to the next step. That main roof nest, which started in the attic, is a major one. I want to know the exact size before next spring. So when winter truly sets in and the wasps have naturally died off, leaving the nest dormant, I'll be going back up under the attic and have a look at it. I'm really curious how much this nest has grown. And of course, I'll record it. If you are curious as well, don't forget to subscribe. So what do you think? Crazy? Brilliant? Would you ever live with that many wasps? Let me know in the comments. I read every one of them. Thanks for watching and joining me on this unique journey. Until next time, from my buzzing homestead in Bulgaria, stay curious and maybe stay calm around your local wildlife.